I'm Paul Stanley of KISS. It's 10 p.m. Do you know where your children are?
I told you last night, no!
You're listening to your source for pro wrestling talk.
For those that are unaware, my name is Fuego del Sol.
Yeah, I actually used to wrestle for Ring of Honor before I signed with WWE.
You know, that name that you just named, I've never had a one-on-one match here in Impact Wrestling Games for Swan.
This is Third League.
World Women's Champion for NWA. I'm the first ever Mexican-born wrestler to hold this title.
This is the first time someone's introduced me as the Monster Hunter outside of a wrestling show.
His psychology was completely different, and it was more lucha style and Japanese style, so I got two completely different kinds of training.
This is Wrestling Radio.
Welcome into another edition of Third League Radio. Well, this week we are, of course, talking Forbidden Door, the biggest show of the weekend, but there were a lot of shows of the weekend. We are going to start talking about WWE Night of Champions. Not much that I'm going to talk about on this show, but there are some things I'm going to mention. Io Sky. Io Sky getting the victory over Women's World Champion Liv Morgan. I mean, I don't know. I like Io Sky. She's been one of my favorites in WWE, so that's, I don't know, it's a good thing to see that right there, to see them pushing somebody that should have been pushed.
Well, they've been pushing her for the past year.
Not really. I mean,
for WWE, pushing means TV time. She's like one of the highest women's TV time.
That's not what it means. It's like
that. Okay,
Roman
now
Reigns
you
gets
didn't even
pushed.
listen to
Roman
me.
Reigns gets pushed. He doesn't have to do anything. He gets pushed. CM Punk gets pushed. Danhausen gets pushed down your throat. But she's not pushed.
Yeah,
she's
but
just there.
Now you're acting like I don't know what it means. I'm saying for WWE standards, them giving her the most TV time is them pushing her.
Braun Breaker and Seth Rollins apparently had a pretty good cage match. And how do I know? Because Netflix is blurring out Braun Breaker's face because of blood. On the replay, Netflix is like, oh no, it's bloody, we can't do this. And they're blurring it out. You know what else they're doing? They changed the holy chant to "This is awesome." They literally took the audio and splashed it over. That is...
They probably just had a mute crowd audio and then play audio button.
That is horrible. I mean, I don't see how anybody still watches WWE. And like, okay, I go online and I'm going to all the message boards and the comment sections and all that, and there are people like, well, duh, it's a kids show. Why would they show that? It's like there's a certain thing of fan who, no matter what WWE does, they will agree, even if they disagreed with it in a previous conversation the day earlier. You know what I mean? Like, if someone is... Because this is a real thing.
They got told a new talking point.
Well, this is a real thing. I have been... I mean, I don't agree with WWE fans a lot on the social media and all that, but I have been agreeing with a lot of fans who... Hey, the program sucks. We're not interested in it. We don't like the stories. We don't like the matches. It's not been good. Triple H goes on and says, oh, you guys are just taking it too serious. And those same people are like, yeah, you guys are just taking it too serious. It's like when proper critique of your show is, oh, no, guys, we're just taking it too serious. No, you just don't want people telling you what they don't like. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? That's all that is. But I just thought it was funny.
Your source for pro wrestling and your place for modern rock. This is Third League. Rock and Wrestling Radio.
As mad as I was with Darby Allin winning the title, Darby Allin
as
walked.
Much of a crybaby as you
Darby
were.
Allin walked so Sami Zayn could run, apparently, because Sami Zayn is the new WWE champion. The first ever Muslim WWE champion. He won it in Riyadh, Saudi Arabia.
No.
That's what it says. I'm reading it off of it.
What about Jinder Mahal? Is he...
I don't think he's Muslim. I think he's Indian.
Indian is not a religion.
No, but Indians are usually Hindu.
Oh yeah.
So, I don't know. I like Sami Zayn. I like El Generico.
There's got to have been another one.
Huh?
There's got to have been another one that just wasn't open.
I don't know. We're going to have to look this up now so we're not offending anyone. The Iron Sheik won the WWE World Heavyweight Championship in 1983. So yes.
1983.
Had to go look it up, man. We got to be correct. But yeah, no, that's honestly the only coolest things that happened in the world of WWE pay-per-views over the weekend. I mean, if you look at NXT Great American Bash, aired on the same day as Forbidden Door, they had less than 400,000 viewers, and they were on free TV. They were on CW. I think that was the first PLE that was on CW Network. But yeah, they were on free TV. They had less than 400,000 viewers. That doesn't bear.
And you know what's crazy is that's still the biggest show that CW's had since Flash.
I mean, I don't know the numbers on the TNA.
TNA's matching that. TNA's matching that.
I guess the only good thing I can see happen off that was Nick Nemeth. He got the title back. Mike Santana.
Didn't TNA have like 200,000 or 150 or something?
I'm not sure. They didn't have a lot in the actual arena for the show.
It's a small venue.
I saw the ticket sales on that. Almost the entire hard camera side was blocked off almost from what the ticket sales looked like. But
well, what most people, I mean, I don't even like using the ratings thing, but NXT is only on TV, so you have to use. I mean, that it is one of the statistics. AEW, most people do not watch AEW on TV.
Well, I guess the point that I'm getting at with this is everybody knows Forbidden Door is coming, so what does WWE do? They stack Night of Champions, Slammiversary, and Great American Bash all on the same weekend while still saying AEW is not a threat. We don't consider AEW competition. Yeah, you do. And they just kicked your ass. All the social media sites put up the question, which company had the best weekend? Which show had the best week? Everyone. The overwhelming answer, AEW.
I will give it to them. The multi-man matches and the tag matches, a lot of them are boring, and sometimes it makes their TV boring, but it does lead to bigger pay-per-view matches.
Talking wrestling around the world, this is Third League.
Well, speaking of TKO products, TNA is in the news again, not because
he fucked my girlfriend, referee.
Well, not because of Slammiversary. Apparently, I'm not sure who with TNA, maybe the president, but someone said, the word is out there, that TNA would be worth around $30 to $50 million, somewhere in there. And at a press conference,
I could afford that.
At a press conference, someone asked Tony Khan if he would be interested in buying it.
They wouldn't let him.
And Tony Khan smiled and he goes, "At what price?" And when the reporter told him what they valued it at, he started laughing. He goes, No. I mean, it has value, but it would have to be the right price.
Well, here.
That is a great.
Well, yeah, no, that he has been PR trained. He probably does 80 hours of PR training. He is interested, but he's not going to say he's interested. And here's the thing, that valuation is off TNA's library alone. They have the best library of all time. That
because his next line is, it has a video library that's had a lot of great wrestlers over the years.
It's not even that. It has every single episode from the very first weekly pay-per-view. They have every single match, all the DVD specials. They have put it onto the streaming. It is a good service. It is a good library.
From around 2002. Well, no, because Vince Russo was in for the start of it. That's when Sports Entertainment Extreme was there. That's when AJ Styles was part of that. They did a little bit more wrestling, but it was very Russo coded. But after Russo leaves,
when it was NWA TNA, when Jeff Jarrett first started, they have all those.
Yeah. Russo was in that very first weekly pay-per-view. Russo was in there, but from the time he leaves for the first time to the time he comes back under, I think, Dixie Carter when she buys it, that span is gold. That span is just high-quality wrestling.
She spent all of TNA's budget to get Hogan, Bischoff, and Russo in the same room.
And they just... Oh, God, that was the worst thing to ever happen to professional wrestling. Aside from WWE being... From Bonnie Hammer and WWE and Vince McMahon. From her teaching Vince McMahon, it's, hey, people don't want to watch wrestling. They want to watch TV. And that is detrimental.
I mean, if she had went one step further and hired Shane McMahon, she would have had everything.
Third League Radio.
Oh, but let's go to the big show of the weekend, Forbidden Door. And this was an amazing show. It was a long show, but currently, with 209 valid votes on Cage Match, it's sitting at a 9.39 rating. That is how good this show was. We're going to jump right into it as the Young Bucks would defeat El Sky Team, Mascara Dorado, Mystico, and Unbound Company, Shingo and Titan. This is just shy of 18 minutes. This was a really good match. I like the way everyone worked. I would have liked to see Unbound Company get the win, but of course, the Young Bucks are going to get the win in this one. And I would have liked to see Unbound get it, but
you're going to have to talk for like the first hour of the show because I didn't see it.
But then we got singles match, Kenny Omega and Zack Sabre Jr. in this one. Okay, I'm going to preface what I'm about to say by saying it's Kenny Omega and Zack Sabre Jr. So everything I say does not relate to any other wrestler. If you're looking at this match, you have such high hopes that it cannot possibly live up to your hopes. But it was almost there. This was a really good match. I mean, there's a site called Triggered Wrestling. I'd like to mess with one of the commentators on there because he is just such a WWE head. He goes, "Oh, Zack Sabre Jr., master of twisting a pinky." And I'm like, he got you to post about it, didn't he? It's like, that's how good this match was. The smallest little movements are having people look. You hardly ever notice finger manipulations and things like that when people are doing submissions. Zack Sabre is so good at these little things that you notice. And Kenny Omega's just good all the way around. This was another one. I think a New Japan guy should have got the win, but with the Kenny Omega storyline, him trying to get himself back into the title picture, Kenny Omega gets the win, 26 minutes, 25 seconds in this one. In this match, I'll be honest, I kind of missed this match because I was looking for it later in the show. I forgot it already happened. The AEW Continental title, Jon Moxley would defeat Bandito in this one, 18 minutes, 7 seconds. And we move right on. I mean, this was, I get it. It's generic. It's cliche. You've heard all the fanboys say it. But I'm going to do it. Banger after banger after banger. Every match on this show just went. This was a very good show. And it would continue with the IWGP Global Heavyweight title. Shota Umino would defeat Pac, 18 minutes, 11 seconds, and this was a hellacious match. This was a wonderful match. And afterwards, Mox would come in the ring, and you don't know whether he's congratulating Shota or he's looking to challenge Shota. You're not really sure what's going on there because if you remember, Mox was kind of Shota's teacher. He was kind of the sensei, if you want to use that word. He was, master to student, you know what I mean? So Mox is in, and then we see President Tanahashi come out. And he comes out, and basically the Death Riders clear out, and Tanahashi puts the IWGP Global Heavyweight title on Shota, kind of signifying Shota, kind of giving him that passing of the torch, if you will, from Tanahashi to Shota. Shota being like the little Tanahashi, almost. And I don't know, that was a good moment there. I like to see that. And then we would go to probably the only thing I disagreed with all night. It was the AEW Women's World Title match. Tekla and Starlight Kid. And this was a great match. I mean, this was a wonderful match. You had people who had never seen Starlight Kid before chanting, "Starlight Kid, Starlight Kid."
Oh, yeah,
the
she's
crowd
great. She's a great underdog. She gives Rey Mysterio vibes.
Now, I disagree with this because I think Starlight Kid should have won the AEW Women's World Title and taken it back to Stardom because of the feud that's been going on with Teru Okada and Tekla. Maybe that happens at some point, but I think this was the perfect spot to pull the trigger because it continues the feud where Tekla has to go get the title back.
They're going to. I think the problem is it's really, really hard to watch Stardom, and if they're going to put the title on Stardom TV, you're going to get maybe 200 people that tune in, and the rest are going to watch clips. So it's not accessible to watch Stardom, and I think that's why they didn't do it. But I believe, if I'm not mistaken, Stardom was supposed to be trying to get better at that.
Well,
I thought they were moving to YouTube, but they might go to My AEW.
I was going to say, there is My AEW now, where a lot of things are happening. There's talks with the GCW had a meeting about putting their stuff on My AEW, which I don't know how that would go with their WWE relationship, but we'll all figure that out later. But we'll move on in this one. as the World Tag Team titles were on the line in the next match after this, as Copeland and Cage would take on the Dogs, Clark Connors, David Finlay, and Copeland and Cage would get the win in this one. This was a cool down match for the night, I guess, if you want to call it that.
I thought it was pretty good, but it was just a normal tag match.
Yeah.
This probably could have been main event of Dynamite.
Well, after the match is really, I think, why this was right here at this point in the show, because after the match, the Dogs are in the ring and the lights go out. And then, bam, spotlight at the entranceway. Here's Bang Bang Gang. Everybody except Jay White.
I thought he was back. What's he doing?
Lights come on. Jay White standing behind Finlay.
Yeah.
And the crowd goes crazy. And this was what's great about Finlay. This is how much he's grown. If you watch that, he doesn't turn. He doesn't do anything to see that Jay White is there. But he knows. And he drops his head and he gives this little look. Then he grabs the shillelagh, turns around, and before he can do anything, bam, here comes Jay White smacking him. That moment goes back to 2023, when it was the same thing, only Jay White was the one turning around to find David Finlay. Mm-hmm. That was perfectly played. That was wonderful from both of them. But we'll move on to the women's final for the Owen Hart Foundation Cup. Mercedes Moné, Maya World. I thought Maya World was going to get the win in this one.
I don't remember this one.
I mean, she had a tragic accident. Her brother had died the day before. She's still showing up to work. And I thought, okay, everybody's thinking Mercedes Moné is going to get the win here. They're going to do this. They're going to give Maya World a title here. She's still showing up to work. She's not making everybody change the card, no matter how she feels, right? Give her a reward on this one. But her reward, though, was putting on an excellent match. Mercedes Moné would get the win, but everybody knows Maya World now. 24 minutes, 51 seconds would be the length of that one. And we're moving on to, something that I think probably went too long, if I'm being honest with you, but something that I was completely astonished by, the steel cage match. The circular cage. What the door of death or something like that?
I don't know how they did that, because it didn't have a top.
It was
how WWE does it is it's a top-down cage.
Yeah.
They had curved panels.
I
was like, what the hell?
All the way around. And it was a perfect circle too. It was a wonderful idea, a well-executed cage. I think the cage match went a little long. I don't think you needed Leo Rush jumping in. There's certain things I think you could have avoided.
No, you definitely did. Dude, the demented cat, he's supposed to climb up there. He's like, ooh, fun.
Yeah, I mean, hey, I think there's a couple things you could have avoided to make it not a 31-minute match. 31 minutes, 45 seconds is how long this match was.
No, I'm sorry. This actually should have been an hour. They cut time here, actually.
We move on to the main event. The Owen Hart Foundation Men's Tournament Final match.
Yeah, I think this is a 7-star match.
Yeah, Will Ospreay.
Did you watch it, or were you asleep?
Yeah, no, I mean, I had to go back and watch it, but 35 minutes, 6 seconds. I mean, you could say what you want about, hey, maybe Ospreay should have got the win here, or maybe Strickland should have got the win instead of Ospreay. But I mean, everything plays out right on this one, and what it sets up for the future. I think they made the right call to have Will Ospreay get the win.
It was absolutely amazing. I mean, not even just the stuff they did in the match, but not even just the moves, but the emotion and the storytelling and what this means for Ospreay, because you can tell it means a lot going into the main event in Wembley, the biggest stadium in England. He's been to Wembley once. It wasn't in the main event. It was a big match.
Yeah, for Ospreay to win the title in Wembley, in England, that would be... But, okay, Tony Khan is the opposite of Vince McMahon in a lot of ways, where if this was Vince McMahon in, when British Bulldog won the European title, he would have done it. If it's Vince McMahon in 1998, 99, Bulldog is losing. He's losing in Wembley in his own country. That's the Vince McMahon of old. Tony Khan's like the younger Vince McMahon, where he likes to put people over in their hometowns. He likes to build people up like that. So, yeah, I could very well see it happening.
Well, you want to send the people home happy, always. I mean, if you want to end on something that's going to be like the heel winning, like MJF beating Adam Page, you have to do it in the right way where people are going to be shocked but still satisfied and wondering what's going to happen. WCW, quote-unquote, was the best at that. I don't really think they were for most... for a lot of times they weren't, but at the beginning they were.
All right, well, that is going to be our coverage of Forbidden Door.
This week in history.
Okay, this week in history, what days? June 22nd to the 28th. That's the days we're covering. June 21st through 28th, excuse me. I'm sorry. But anyway, what we're talking about is June 22nd, 1992. Clash of Champions 19 took place from McAllister Fieldhouse in Charleston, South Carolina. We put this one in because this is the only one that did not air live. They taped it 6 days earlier. It's the only Clash of Champions that did not air live. June 26th, 1976. Antonio Inoki and Muhammad Ali took part in a boxer versus wrestler match in Tokyo. This was weird because Inoki could not use throws, could not use suplexes, could not use submissions throughout the match. So he just laid on his back and tried to kick Muhammad Ali the entire time. It went to a 15-round draw. And in June 23rd, 1994... WCW World Champion Ric Flair defeated WCW International World Champion Sting in a unification match at Clash of the Champions 27 in North Charleston, South Carolina. The unified title was represented by the Big Gold. That is this week in history.
Match of the week.
Well, match of the week time, and of course I am parking myself in Forbidden Door for both honorable mention and match of the week. I think for my honorable mention, and this was really high, this was a choice, it's got to be Tekla and Starlight Kid for the AEW Women's World Title. I mean, that match was great. It introduced Starlight Kid to a whole lot of fans who hadn't seen her before. It really brought up Tekla to a level where she was trying to get to. They've been trying to get her to. She's finally at that level. That's got to be my honorable mention.
For me, it's either the cage match or Kenny and Zack Sabre. But since I haven't went back to watch Kenny and Zack Sabre, I've just heard about it. I'm going to have to go with the cage match.
Yeah, well, my match of the week, of course, is going to be your main event. Your Owen Hart Foundation Men's Tournament Final. Will Ospreay, Swerve Strickland, another classic in their series together. And that is match of the week.
And after it's all over, you say, "Oh, what a lovely tea party."
Third League. Wrestling Radio.
Upcoming shows. What is going on? What's coming up? Let's see. New Japan G1 Climax. That the first night of the G1 is going to be in Chicago. It is going to be on, it's going to be live on pay-per-view in jpwworld.com. It is coming up July 11th. We are going to have all singles matches, all matches in the G1 tournament. Usually that doesn't happen on these Road to G1 shows, but this is a special night starting in Chicago. So here's what's going to happen. We're going to go through the B block matches. Now, Ren Narita already in B block. He is going to face the winner of Asuka and Yujihiro Takahashi. That match is going to be happening on the 6th of July. And we'll move on to take a look at the rest of B block here in just a bit, because the same thing is happening in A block. Oleg Boltin already in A block. He is going to face the winner of El Fantasmo and Ryohei Oiwa. And, of course, that match is taking place on July 6th. Moving back up to look at the rest of the B block matches, Hanare and Aaron Wolf they're going to be in the first round here. Yuya Uemura and Callum Newman, also a first-round match in B block. And Zack Sabre Jr., Shota Umino. These are the big dogs in B block. They are meeting up in the first round. As we said, Oleg Boltin already in A block. He is going to take on the winner of El Fantasmo and Ryohei Oiwa. Who else is in A block? Well, Yuto Ice going to take on Great Okan in a first-round match in the A block. Shingo Takagi taking on Jake Lee. Sanada with Hiroki Goto. And then in another first-round match, a big one, Konosuke Takeshita taking on Yota Tsuji. That is how the first night of the G1 is looking in Chicago. That's it for us. We'll see you next time right here, Third League Radio.
Thank you for listening to this edition of Third League Radio. Download the latest episodes at Apple Podcasts, Spotify, or YouTube. Catch the live radio show every weekend starting at 10 p.m. You can listen live every Friday night at mix961.net. This has been Third League Radio.